Hi, welcome. I'm Wendy Bright Fallon,
And I'm Debbie Peterson.
and we're here to talk to you today about sleep.
Yeah.
One of the most important things, and we forget about sleep a lot. We tend to neglect it.
We neglect it. Well, the idea is that what we do is when we're thinking about health, the first thing we think about is eating. And the last thing we think about is sleep.
Right.
And that's the sad thing because sleep is a huge part of health. Huge.
It's a huge part of health because at night, during our sleep, our body is doing its natural repair and detox and rejuvenation.
Right? And metabolizing and assimilating all the nutrients that we put in it the day before.
And if we cheat ourselves of all of that, we are sort of going to the bank every night and taking withdrawals, and we're never putting it back in.
That's exactly right. And I love that analogy. It's exactly that. So it's so important to, of course, eat well and to exercise and to lower your stress. But the fourth thing, and it's what keeps the table up,
That's right.
is sleep. And without that leg, the table would fall over. And that's exactly
right.
what happens with a lot of people where they think they're doing everything right, but they're getting 5 hours of sleep a night. And it's just not enough.
Right. And everybody's different,
Yep.
right? We talk about this all the time.
Right.
But there is a magic number for each person.
That's right.
And it's most likely over 5 hours.
Yes.
It's closer to 8 for most of us.
Right.
And when we cheat ourselves, we're cheating everybody else in our lives too, because we're not showing up the best that we can for our family, for our work, for our community, etc.
Right.
So
it affects us on many levels. So it's even if you're not feeling especially tired, maybe because you drink a lot of coffee and you wire yourself, but it's depleting your body in lots of ways. And then if it doesn't show up right away, it'll show up later on for sure in many different ways. And it's not directly, obvious that it's sleep, but it is.
Right. So let's talk about just a couple of ways that we can improve our sleep. So one of the ways I know for me is that I get wound up if I'm on the computer or any kind of screen time, whether it's TV, phone, computer, iPad, any of that.
Right. Blue light, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's blue light. So we just need to, but we really could eliminate that and really get to a point of relaxation before we actually hit the bed.
Exactly. Meditation or reading a book, something like that kind of calms the brain. Another strategy to get more sleep is instead of going to bed an hour earlier, saying, okay, I'll go to bed a lot earlier.
Absolutely.
Start with 10 minutes. Start with 15 minutes and maybe increase it after a week or so. It's just gradually increasing it until you get to that point. Baby steps is a big philosophy of ours.
Right. So. If we say we're going to jump from 5 hours to 6 hours, it's probably just unrealistic, and we're going to set ourselves up for failure. So.
Right. So start small. Right.
Yeah.
And also there's other factors that are more obvious. You've heard about them already. Alcohol it disrupts our sleep. Some people think they sleep better when they drink, but in actuality, you're not really sleeping better. And
you might wake up more in the middle of the night.
That's right. Yeah, your sleep isn't as quality. Same with drinking coffee. You might think you're not being affected by the caffeine because you can fall asleep fine. But it is working especially on your adrenals. And that a lot of people have adrenal exhaustion and they don't even know it. And it's from drinking too much coffee or other caffeinated beverages, and it affects their sleep.
Eating too late at night also can disrupt our sleep because our body is putting its energy toward the metabolism of that food, processing the food instead of relaxing and de-stressing.
And our body's not very equipped at doing that at night either because our body's in rest and repair mode. So it's really not at its best.
It's confused.
It's confused and it doesn't do a good job. So and you'll know that especially if you've woken up in the middle of the night with gas pains, and that's not a good feeling at all.
Fun.
Right.
One of the other things that we talk about a lot too with our clients is going to bed with gratitude. Because we can go to bed holding a lot of stress from the day, things that have gone on that have really put some pressure on us. And if we go to bed writing something down or sharing with our partners or our families what has gone well for the day, we go to bed in a gratitude state instead.
That's right. Yeah, because otherwise your mind races.
Monkey mind.
You wake up in the middle of the night and it's still going on whatever it was you were troubled about. And you know what else helps me with that too? I try to do a little bit of meditation right before bed, but also the essential oils help with that.
Absolutely.
I have a few different essential oils that I just put on the back of my neck, on the bottom of my feet, that really I think help me calm and get into a better state.
Yeah, you could use a diffuser. Actually, there it is. There's a diffuser right there. We didn't plan that.
Yeah, and that's a perfect way of just getting it into the whole room for maybe not just you, maybe also for the person you share your room with.
That's right.
Yeah.
One more quick thing that just popped into my mind is the idea that a lot of people snore or have sleep apnea,
Right.
and that is a huge disruptor. And it's just, again, that accumulation over the years of having that disruption, and that can get pretty scary pretty fast for people. So
Yep.
that could be visiting your dentist for some mouth appliances, or it could be going to a sleep study and getting a machine.
And it could simply be adjusting your diet too. So
Ah.
a lot of the time it is that.
That's right.
So really think about your sleep. That's it. You know, figure out how many hours of sleep you get or how many hours of sleep you actually need, because those are two different things often. I know my magic number is 7. When I get less, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So
So baby steps.
baby steps. Get to sleep.
Be well.